The cylinder on the end of a cable is sitting there, useless as it might seem. In fact, this is a ferrite bead that assists with many electrical wires to reduce electromagnetic interference. Electrical wires act like unintentional antennas, broadcasting the EMI. There's a reason why the spinning wheel inside their microwave is circular. A circular object will evenly distribute the heat as opposed to a rectangular and square one. When you place containers of these shapes inside, the energy is focused on the corners rather than spread evenly like in a round container. The temperature gauge on a toaster is commonly used to determine how crisp you like your toast, but the other, more specific use for the gauge was for the different types of bread. White and sweet types of bread heat up much faster as opposed to heavier brown and rye ones. The older bread is, the more time it will need in a toaster to ensure the golden brown result you're looking for. Most ovens give you the option of leaving the door ajar when broiling a dish inside. You probably think the goal here is to help cool down the oven after use. In reality, its purpose is to focus on cooking the top of the dish and to ensure a crusty layer. Controlling the buildup of heat and steam by releasing it through the slightly ajar door gives you the desired result without cooking the entire dish to a crispy end. You probably have noticed that your dishwasher has specific areas for different types of cutleries and dishware. But all the dishware pieces should be facing towards the center and not all in one direction. What types of foods were on the plates will also determine where they should be located in the racks. As the middle of the machine gets the strongest spray, carb-based stains from tomatoes and potatoes should be placed there. The detergent is more focused on the outside during the clean, creating a waterfall-like cleanse. That's why protein-based stains, like from eggs for example, should be stacked there. Ceiling fans push cool air down on a hot day, circulating the room. But they can serve you during the winter just as effectively if you flick that switch on the side or use the pulley. So if you want to save some money on heating and try to quickly warm up your room on a cold day, turn the fan on. It will push the air up and spread the warm air around, more effectively warming the room up. Do you still use sticky notes instead of those fancy new apps on all possible gadgets? Welcome to the club. Regardless of what you use them for, they can annoyingly curl up. If you've had this issue, it's because you've peeled them from the bottom upwards. Doing it this way causes the curling. Peeling them from the side will ensure they remain flat, ready to remind you of your daily tasks. Did you know that can openers weren't invented until 50 years after preservation cans had been readily available? So how would it be possible to open a can? There are a couple of alternative methods just in case you've misplaced your trusty opener. All you need is a metal spoon. Set the can down on the counter, hold onto it firmly, and grasp the head of the spoon tightly. Apply pressure and vigorously rub the edge of the can's top over a small area. It takes time, but as you continuously rub, a small indentation soon opens a hole. Once the hole is wide enough for the spoon's tip, pry the lid upwards and keep going along the edges until you can finally access the hard-earned meal within. Most toilets rely on water pressure and gravity to function, so a power outage will not affect them. But if yours does need electricity to function, you must be worried about using it when the power is out. The good news is the power is only used to fill the toilet and not to flush it. As the flushing mechanism will still work, open the toilet tank and pour in a couple of gallons, and you're free to flush away whatever you need to. Blockages in shower drains occur over a long period of time. It's inevitable. We lose 50 to 100 hairs a day, and many of them will endeavor to reside within our shower drains. Hair only forms the foundations of the blockage, and this attracts the buildup of various other things. A great life hack is to use your vacuum cleaner and put the nozzle in the hole once removing the plug. Apply a wet cloth around the nozzle, ensuring air cannot escape. The vacuum will suck up the blockages a lot easier. This will help avoid any extra cost from plumbers, as they themselves use this technique. To make your candles last longer, trim their wicks multiple times and keep them as far away from water and moist as possible. It will guarantee that your candle's wax stays firm and steady and continues to burn slower for a longer period of time. The empty space between the panes of the oven door is there for a reason. You can stick a brush in there to clean the oven door glass. It's easy to access this space through the bottom of the door, open the lower shelf, then push the brush through the hole. While you're parking in a garage, you might find it difficult to determine how close to it you need to be. Not all cars have sensors ensuring you keep the right distance before the bumper makes an indentation on the wall. Applying a rope with a tennis ball from the ceiling at the right distance will help you learn the best distance to park from the wall. We've all been told to loosen a lock with WD-40 or lubricant. Yes, we all know we should have these around the house. But in case you don't, a great alternative is drawing with a gray lead pencil along the edges of the key and then putting it into the lock. Continue doing this until the keyhole has been adequately lubricated and the key functions smoothly. Pliers are prone to damage when you use them to adjust faucets and shower heads and are also difficult to grip. Take a couple of pieces from the end of an old garden hose and attach them to the jaws of the pliers. You'll find a huge improvement with grip and will avoid wear and tear. You can find a good use for discarded rubber for different things around the house. When fed up with tightening or loosening with a screwdriver, try using a simple rubber band. Place part of it into the screw grip and the screwdriver will have far greater traction. Moving cement blocks isn't safe for your lower back. Even with a wheelbarrow, it can be a risky process to place the cement onto the ground without causing damage. 3 simple cylinder pipes can make a world of difference, regardless of the size of the block. Try lifting the edge onto the first pipe with a pry bar, then pushing and maneuvering as you gradually direct the 3 pipes towards the desired location. Just make sure you're not doing this on a slope. That first strike on a nail can be a great success or will result in a throbbing thumb. A bobby pin is perfectly shaped to hold a nail in place, allowing for your hand to be clear out of harm's way and for you to strike the nail without fear. Use a crayon instead of a pen or pencil while working with a wet saw to ensure the markings are not removed. They will also be easier to see under the murky water. Checking the drains on the roof and determining when they need to be cleaned can take a lot of time. Using duct tape, attach a mirror on the end of a long broom and review whether the drains need to be cleaned. To further assist with your balance as you check on the gutters, attach a pair of old trainers to the end of the ladder. The spread of the shoe and its grip will ensure a further level of safety. Liquid caulk normally comes in huge tubes, so you can never use it all at once. The hardened tips of liquid caulk create blockages. Grab a used cork and drill through it to make a perfect lid, concealing the liquid caulk. Now it's ready to be used again with no blockages.
There's a dangerous dish that can poison you when prepared incorrectly. Everyday food like honey and cashew can be harmful too, in certain conditions. You should know these facts before you eat some products. Have you ever chewed the seeds when eating an apple? Then you know that unpleasant taste the seeds have. That's because of cyanide. Don't be alarmed yet. The seeds have a protective cloak covering them. That's why cyanide doesn't enter your system if you accidentally swallow the seeds. Better be cautious though. Even small doses of cyanide can result in rapid breathing and more extreme and unpleasant results. Another danger lurking in your kitchen is potatoes, the ones with sprouts and green spots. Cutting off the green parts or sprouts solves the problem only visibly. The toxic substance called glycoalkaloid may have already spread through the whole potato. This substance turns some parts of a potato green for some reason. It's a sign for you. Eating this kind of potato can cause nausea, headaches, and other consequences. Are you a bubble tea fan? Then maybe you're familiar with cassava, aka tapioca. This is a root veggie, and it's cultivated in South America. It's also often used to make cakes and chips. It can be either sweet or bitter. It's common for root and tuber varieties of cassava to contain toxins. Tapioca must be prepared properly before you consume it. If it's served incorrectly or eaten raw, the consequences are pretty serious. But when it's processed correctly, it's delicious and safe to eat. Elderberries are known as a supplement to boost your immune system and help your body fight a cold or the flu. This medicinal plant needs to be handled and prepared with care too. If you eat unripe berries, they can do more harm than good. Here comes lectin and cyanide. These chemicals can cause stomach problems, for instance. This one makes me sad more than any other thing on the list, and this list includes a lot of healthy products. Anyway, here I spell it out. Popcorn. There are many studies saying that microwave popcorn is harmful for you. First, you consume the chemicals used in packaging. There are also flavoring additives that aren't healthy. Now remember that moment when you open the bag and hot popcorn smelling air goes up into your nose? It can lead to irreversible lung damage. For instance, there's a diagnosis named popcorn lung. A chemical used to provide microwave popcorn with its buttery flavor is related to that diagnosis. What can you do? Choose other packaging options or invest in an air popper. Air-popped popcorn has only 90 calories and less than 1 gram of fat. Yay! Number 6 is honey. Honey is a sweet liquid made by… I'm joking. But do you know that natural honey is dangerous to eat if the amount is more than a teaspoon? It has a toxin with a hard-to-pronounce name. To get rid of this toxin, honey has to go through a pasteurization process. Let's move on to cherry pits. If you don't chew or crunch them, you'll probably be fine. Yet, keep in mind that these pits contain prussic acid, and this stuff is poisonous. What about ackee fruit? It's the national fruit of Jamaica, and it turns out unripe ackee contains a poison called hypoglycin. Ackee fruit must be fully ripe if you want to eat it. In other words, this fruit should open up by itself. Once it's ready to be picked up, it'll split wide open. No to the highly toxic pink flesh or black seeds, and yes to the delicious creamy pulp near the seeds. Eating this fruit incorrectly can cause Jamaican stomach sickness. Fugu is the Japanese word for pufferfish and the dish prepared from it. What's interesting about this dish is that it can be the last dish in your life if you don't prepare it properly. This fish contains a very powerful toxin that's very dangerous to humans. A single fish has enough poison to harm 30 people. Because of this, Japanese chefs undergo years of training to get a special license. Despite all precautions and preparations, fugu still sometimes becomes the last meal for some people. Would you take that risk? Perfect ciders, cashews. They can also be very risky to eat when they're raw. You probably get cashews from stores with raw cashew labels, but they aren't 100% raw. Before they find their spots on the shelves, they're processed with steam to remove a toxin called urushiol. Cashew shells contain this toxin. What would happen to you if you ate these nuts raw? A dangerous allergic reaction if you have a tendency to allergies. This depends on your sensitivity to poison ivy. Speaking of raw food, raw kidney beans are risky too. They contain a toxin called lectin. This one can give you stomach aches and other digestion-related issues as a bonus. All you need is to swallow 4 to 5 raw beans to experience these side effects. Red beans are rich in plant-based protein, essential vitamins, and minerals. Cook them correctly to enjoy these goodies. For this, keep dried red beans on the stove for at least 10 minutes. Boiling them for a shorter time and at a lower temperature can actually increase their toxicity. Beans can become even more toxic than if they are consumed raw, so yeah, a minimum of 10 minutes at high temperatures. Eating too many untreated bitter almonds can cause many unpleasant symptoms and health issues. Rhubarb leaves are a bit tricky too. You can eat the stalk, but don't munch on the leaves. The leaves contain oxalic acid, which ties to calcium. This makes it harder for the body to absorb the needed amounts of calcium. Mushrooms. For plenty of people, pizza and pasta wouldn't be so great without mushrooms. We all know that mushrooms are kinda unpredictable, especially if they grow in the wild. Here are 2 of the most dangerous ones: the death cap, and the destroying angel. Star fruit is a risky choice for people with sensitive kidneys. If you're one of them, you might want to keep this fruit out of your meals. Regularly functioning kidneys can filter out the toxins star fruit contains. Otherwise, the toxin will hang around and cause some problems there. The next product on the list is nutmeg. If you find that nutty flavor super nice like me, hear me out before adding it everywhere. Small amounts of nutmeg are fine and healthy, but if you, let's say, eat spoonfuls of nutmeg, it can cause problems. Even with 2 teaspoons, knock knock, you get poisoned. Canned tuna can be a lifesaver. It's not pricey, it's a good source of protein, and with its help, you can prepare a delicious meal quickly. No cooking, just lettuce, bread, and a few more ingredients. There you go. How about 3 to 5 times a week? And you might experience a side effect called mercury poisoning. Now, this is related to how much and what type of food you consume. Canned tuna contains mercury, and that's why eating too much of it can lead to mercury poisoning. Medical advisors say that every kind of fish has some level of mercury, but that level differs from one species to another. For example, canned tuna has relatively high levels of mercury. Obviously, seafood is a great source of omega-3 and other things that are essential to our brain and good health. To stay safe, experts advise people to choose low-mercury seafood. Here's an interesting fact related to this. To get the most omega-3 fats from your canned tuna, choose water-packed fish instead of oil-packed. In oil-packed cans, the oil mixes with some of the tuna's natural fat. You open the can and drain the oil, and some of the fish's omega-3 fatty acids also get drained. But water and oil don't mix. Water-packed tuna won't lose its omega-3 fats. You can add some oil and dressing after you open the can.
Want to pour yourself a drink before we begin? Just make sure not to grab the glass with your palm. Yep, that's right. The glass has a stem for a reason. Touching the glass bowl with your hands will alter the drink's temperature, and it will get warmer much sooner. While we're in the kitchen, let's check out your fridge. Most of those come with designated areas in the door shelves for eggs, but this may not be the best solution for storing them. The temperature in the door shelves tends to be a bit higher than in the fridge itself, so it's not the best place to store delicate types of food, like eggs or dairy. Make sure to remember that after your next trip to the supermarket. Also, while we're still browsing items in the fridge, did you know that waiting for food to cool down before refrigerating it may be bad for it? Keeping food at room temperature for more than 2 hours can increase its chances of going bad. So, pop it in as soon as possible. Just make sure to divide your food into smaller batches to help it cool down quicker. What's that in your fridge I just saw? Chocolate? Well, that's a big no-no. Regardless of the season, remember to never store chocolate in the fridge. The lower temperatures inside can cause the chocolate flavor to dull. Also, who wants to eat rock-hard chocolate anyway? When it comes to breakfast, next time you boil an egg, try putting a teaspoon of baking soda into the water when boiling. The eggshells will peel off way easier. Another tip is to crack the egg on one end and run it under the tap. The water stream will help peel off the shell faster and with way less of a mess. Fan of smoothies? Bet you didn't know there's actually a correct way to load up your blender. Start with the liquids, then pile up the solids as you go. The motion created by the movement of the liquids will ensure a smooth, clump-free, delicious breakfast or snack. After that, you can clean it by simply adding some dishwashing soap and some water and letting it blend away. No need to add it to the dishwasher anymore, since the full cycle of the dishwasher can damage the metal plates on the blender. If you're ever in the mood for a peanut butter sandwich, but the peanut butter is all split with the oils on top, remember, there's a correct way to store it. Placing the peanut butter jar upside down in your cupboard will ensure the oils are spread out evenly. Love a good steak but never get a perfect consistency? You're probably digging in too soon. You have to let the meat rest after cooking for at least 10 minutes before you start cutting it. Using the right knife will also give you better results. A sharp knife will ensure you don't lose any of those lovely meat juices. It's pasta night. Ever wondered why there's a hole in the middle of the spaghetti spoon? Turns out you can use that hole to check how much pasta to cook per person. Now you know exactly how much of it to boil for that special marinara sauce of yours. When using non-stick pans, never use metal utensils. Go for wooden or plastic ones instead. The metal will be way too rough on the surface of your pans and can actually damage the non-adherent surface. Are you a leftovers for dinner type of person? Aren't we all? Quick tip for reheating your dinner in the microwave. Try spreading the food around the edges of the plate. Microwaves are indeed designed to heat food as evenly as possible, but not if the food is piled up. Ever try to take out a single Tic Tac from the tiny container? Just turn the box on its side. There's a cleverly designed slot on the plastic top precisely for that. No more shaking the Tic Tac box like a maniac. If you're up for some music but don't have a speaker around, don't worry. Placing your phone in a cup or bowl will amplify the sound and make your experience so much better. In a hurry, and your phone is running out of battery, there's a simple way to reduce the charging time. Simply set the phone to airplane mode. You'll see, it'll charge up to 100% in no time. We all keep our phones in all sorts of places: our pockets, bags, under our pillows. Hence, a lot of fuzz or lint can get stuck in the charging port. For safety reasons, turn the phone off before cleaning it. You can use specifically designed tools for cleaning the charging ports, speakers, or microphone. Just be sure to be gentle. Nice desk you got there. Did you know that those little legs on the back of the keyboard are actually there to help you see the keys better? However, if you can type without having to look at the keyboard, don't use them to lift the keyboard up. This position can damage your wrists when using for a long period of time. If you like to keep your things organized and prefer to use sticky notes, just make sure to remove them from the notes cube from side to side to prevent curling. We all feel a little overwhelmed when it comes to storage, especially linens. One easy way to make sure you'll never get mixed sheets is to store each set in the matching pillowcase. Not only will you get easy access to each set, but it's way nicer to look at on the shelves. When it comes to storing clothing, people use wooden hangers for more than just aesthetic reasons. They may be bigger and heavier than plastic ones, but they also help repel moths. Keep that in mind, more so when storing winter clothes. Were you ever curious about that one extra loophole in your running shoes? That one just next to your ankles? Well, turns out it's there for a reason. The tighter the laces on your shoes, the less likely you are to get blisters. Always fit your shoes correctly and use that extra loop in the shoes if needed before you go for a run. Your dress shirts have a tiny secret too. On the inside of the shirt, right between the shoulders, there's a tiny loop that you can use to hang the garment whenever you don't have a hanger lying around. Nothing can ruin a good vacation more than unorganized baggage. To make sure you never have to stuff your luggage with a huge pile of random clothes, instead of folding, try rolling your stuff and placing it neatly in the baggage. This way, you save a lot of space. You have easy access to everything you need, and your clothes will be less wrinkled. Not to be intrusive, but there's a bunch of things I'd like to show you in the bathroom as well. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds each time to get rid of all the germs. To save the effort, open and close the tap with your wrist if possible. There you go. Squeaky clean hands for a longer period of time. Always brush your hair from the bottom if you want to get rid of any knots. Brushing your hair from the top will only cause more damage. When it's time to wash your hair, be sure to concentrate the shampoo on the scalp. Be careful though, never to apply the shampoo directly to your head. Lather it a bit with some water between your hands before you start massaging it in. You can skip shampooing the lengths of your hair unless they're really dirty. The foam that goes down from your scalp is sufficient to clean that portion. Take good care of your loofah as well. Leaving it in a moist, warm shower can increase its chances of gathering all sorts of nasty bacteria. Either throw it in with your laundry once a week, or let it soak in a solution with diluted bleach. We're sure you always moisturize after your shower, but there's a correct way to do that too. Don't add too much cream on your face, and make sure to tap, not rub it in. Your skin will thank you for it. You don't have to be a dentist to know how important flossing is. Next time, try tying your floss in a knot. With the added tension and grip, your teeth will be cleaner in no time. Have you ever wondered what the color of your walls is signaling to you? Or have you ever noticed that working from a wooden table can help you get your creative juices flowing more than a plastic one? Tag along to uncover everyday household secrets that will make your life better and brighter. First, walls. If you're a homeowner, you've probably had to make tough decisions regarding what color you'd like to paint your walls. If your only priority was doing it cheaply, then I'd guess you went with white paint, right? Painting a room white has many positive effects. It can make your space feel wider, quieter, and cleaner. But there's more to white paint than we think. Only a few white paints are actually purely white. According to architects and interior designers, white paint can come with bluish, reddish, yellowish, and even greenish undertones. To know how white your wall paint really is, hold a sheet of white paper next to it, and there you'll have it. Did you know that the same white paint can look different in, say, Seattle than in Florida? It's just like your eyes slightly changing their hue depending on what you're wearing. The white paint on your wall will look different depending on where in the world you live, what type of light your apartment gets, and what furniture you use to decorate your space. If you have trouble sleeping these days, consider painting all the walls in your room white. According to sleep experts, an all-white bedroom reduces distractions and creates a tranquil and zen-like environment, which can help you relax and wind down for bed. There's a branch of psychology that studies the effects of colors on people's moods and behaviors. Have you ever noticed how you can feel hyper-energetic and maybe even a little anxious in a bright yellow room? Or how you can feel calm and relaxed in a light blue painted environment? Take a look at the color wheel for a moment. Colors from the red part of the spectrum are considered to be warm, and they include not only red, but also orange and yellow. These warm colors can evoke a range of feelings depending on their tones, feelings that vary from warmth and comfort to more active emotions of excitement and even angriness. Now, the blue side of the wheel hosts what are called cool colors, which include blue, purple, and green. They are normally soothing, but can also fall into the spectrum of sadness. So do pay attention to which tone of blue you'll choose when redecorating your apartment. But now that you've finally decided on the new color patterns for your house, it's time to do that good old rearranging of furniture. Ever heard of feng shui? And no, it's not only the art of endlessly moving your couch around until it finally feels right. It's an ancient Chinese practice that's been around for several thousands of years. In Chinese, feng means wind, and shui means water. Culturally, these elements are associated with strong health and good fortune. According to this philosophy, a well-organized home can help us achieve our life goals and ideals more easily. And that's what it's mainly about. For instance, if you're feeling a little blocked, creatively speaking, and have tried all sorts of things to get your juices flowing, try one more thing. Add a little wood to your working environment, or things such as plants and trees. Having candles around, aromatic or not, can also be a good practice if you're in need of a little inspiration and enthusiasm in your daily life. And what about the front door? Many times before we even notice it, we cross paths with a welcoming or sometimes even unwelcoming doormat. Today you can find them in all styles and colors. But have you ever noticed if people are placing their doormats in the correct position? The function of a doormat is to clean the sole of a person's shoe before they enter an apartment. And yet, somewhere in history, we interpret that the best way for it to be achieved was to place our doormats horizontally, with the rim of the carpet parallel to the rim of the door. Now, this isn't the case at all. You should place your doormat vertically, creating a long carpet walk from the street to the house. This way, a person takes more steps until they reach the house, and the soles of their shoes are cleaner once they've crossed the house's threshold. And if we're still thinking of feng shui, they say you should pick your doormat color according to which direction your front door is facing. So, check this out. Open the Compass app on your phone and find out which cardinal direction your front door is facing. If it's facing the south, then the best colors for your doormat will be red, purple, deep orange, vivid yellow, or deep pink. But if it's facing north, let's say then you should be on metallic colors like white and gray. Oh yes, a basic feng shui tip would be to get rid of any clutter. All those old papers you've been keeping for some mysterious reason, or all that childhood memorabilia you're probably not using, I'd say take that directly to the nearest trash can. This is one of the success secrets of one of the most prominent home organizing experts of today, Marie Kondo. Maybe you've seen some of your neighbors getting rid of rows of clothes, some even with their tags on, and when you finally decide to ask them why they're doing that, they answered, "It doesn't bring me any more joy." This is the Kondo's motto. Only keep it if it still brings you joy. Another tip is to learn how to layer clothes vertically. Yes, you heard that right. Our default folding techniques usually tend towards the horizontal, meaning that we place our shirts on top of one another. To save yourself from going through the entire drawer of folded t-shirts to find the one that you need on the very bottom, and then dealing with the mess you leave behind, arrange clothing, towels, and similar items vertically. This way, you'll save space since more shirts will fit in the drawer, and also, it'll be much easier to find the t-shirt you're looking for. And let's say you've finished redecorating and feng shuiing your entire home. Now what? Well, if you're feeling inspired, do give making your home cleaning products a try. It's easy, very sustainable, and makes for a nice morning of artisanal work. For instance, you can make a multifunctional cleaner with all natural ingredients just by putting a bunch of daily resources together. For this experiment, you'll need 1/4 cup white vinegar, 1/4 cup bicarbonate of soda, a squeeze of any liquid soap, and 2 cups of water. Give it a good shake, and there you go, nice and easy and ready to use. You can keep it in a spray bottle to use whenever you need to get some cleaning done. It can help remove a tough stain on your clothes, or even the carpet. And if you still got an extra hour or so to spare, how about making some other DIY? Say on your last trip to the supermarket, you bought several products that came in glass jars. After you've used them all, wash them clean and reutilize them. You can use a medium-sized jar to make a new home for a succulent or even a suspended garden of herbs. Just add about 1 inch of rocks for filtering. Then top it up with some dirt. Next, you'll plant the herb or the succulent in the jar and tie it all up with some twine so you can hang it in your kitchen or in your bedroom on top of the bedside table, for instance. If you're not a plant person, you can also use your glass jars to make an aroma diffuser. For this, you'll need a few drops of essential oil. You can use lavender or rosemary, some water to dilute the oil, and an old pair of chopsticks you've been keeping in your drawer but never used. Well, there you have it. Don't forget to keep switching the ends of your chopsticks every once in a while, since it's the moist bits that diffuse the oil. We know how much homeowners love to make their houses picture perfect. It can soon become a struggle though, once you try to flatten out those pesky corners of a new rug. But there is one genius trick that can help. Just plop a few ice cubes and a heavy object on the corner, and voila! Flat rug, no more tripping over the rolled up edges. Sitting in your car, frozen and grumpy, watching your windows slowly defrost is about as fun as watching paint dry. And let's not forget the disaster that is wiping the mist off the inside. But hey, if you don't want to risk getting slapped with a fine, you better give this funky demisting trick a try. People have tried it all, but apparently it was the cat litter that won the condensation game. Just grab an old sock or pair of tights, fill them up with cat litter, tie it up, and plop it under your car's windows. It's so effective that it should do the trick in just 10 minutes. The cat litter works by absorbing the moisture in the air. Cleaning our stoves ain't fun either, let's be honest. But fear not, because one cleaning guru on TikTok has come to the rescue with a genius trick that'll make cleaning your stove a breeze. All you need is some oven spray, cling film, and a lot of patience. Start by spraying some cleaning product on the stove. Then cover the whole thing in cling film. Here's where your patience will be needed. You'll have to wait a whole day for the cleaning product to work its magic. But trust me, once you remove that cling film, the stains will have melted off.
That leftover mess on your stove can be scrubbed off easily now. Finish the job using a regular cloth for the rest of the grind. It's time you forget about fancy schmancy car trash cans. Why waste your money on those when you can repurpose a plastic cereal container? It's small enough to fit in your car, and the flip-top opening means your trash won't go flying all over the place when you take sharp turns. Plus, just line it with a plastic grocery bag and you're ready to go. Feel like your feet need a bit of pampering? You can skip the expensive spa day at your local salon. All you need is a sanitary pad, some toothpaste, and baking soda. Mix the toothpaste with the baking soda powder and spread it evenly on the pad. Place it on the soles of your feet and slip a sock on so it's nice and snuggly. The pad should keep the mixture and moisture in so you don't make a mess all over your house. After an hour or two, rinse off the toothpaste mixture with plenty of water. You'll notice how soft the soles of your feet have become. For that extra step, add some moisturizer too. Those trusty sanitary pads can be used for all sorts of stuff around your house too, like for freshening up your drawers. Just spritz some perfume on a pad. Place it next to your clothes of choice and voila! Your gym clothes, for example, will smell like a fragrant bouquet. And don't forget to throw one in your gym bag too. Oh boy, time to give those lampshades the love they deserve. Grab a trusty lint roller and watch in amazement as you unveil a whole new world of colors underneath that forever dust. Who knew your lampshades were secretly chameleon? Say goodbye to dog hair and hello to your new household best friend, the rubber squeegee brush. This bad boy can snatch up so much fur from your carpet that you'll be wondering if you even own a pet. Just stroke it short and quick over your rug and watch it unleash a furry storm. And if you're wondering about your hardwood floors, fear not. The rubber bristles work like magic to create one giant fur ball. Save yourself from cleaning cabinets and furniture tops by hooking them up with fashionable hats. They're made out of wax paper or paper bags. The dirt and grease will stick to your new accessories, and when it's time for a new look, just swap them out every few months. You know that feeling when you finally peel off a bumper sticker or parking permit, but then you're left with a sticky mess? There's a simple solution though. Slap a wet piece of newspaper on top of that gunk and let it marinate for 15 minutes. Then poof, the glue will be as soft as a fluffy cloud and you can wipe it away with ease. If your dishwasher is stinking up your kitchen, it's time to get your detective hat on. Check that filter for any leftovers lurking in there. Then add a splash of vinegar to your next hot wash cycle. Those pesky food particles could be the culprits behind your dishwasher's funky fragrance. Get ready to be a Vaseline wizard. Say goodbye to pesky polish smudges with a simple solution. Slather some Vaseline around your nails before you go to town with a brush. Once you're done, wipe away the excess without the need for any nail polish remover. And if you're feeling fancy, make that perfume last even longer by adding a touch of Vaseline to your neck and wrists. It's like a scent superhero, keeping those fragrance molecules from flying away too soon. Have you checked out your shower curtain lately? It might be looking pretty grimy and gross. Toss that bad boy in the washing machine with a couple of towels and voila, no more soap scum stains. The towels will help with scrubbing away all that mess while they're tumbling in the washing machine. Say goodbye to single socks with a strip of foam pipe insulation. Measure and cut each piece, then place it in that sneaky gap between your washer and dryer or wall. Those pesky socks will never go missing again. Got a wobbly table that's cramping your style? Your trusty bottle cork is here to save the day. Slice off a piece of that bad boy, glue it to the wobbly leg, and voila! You've got yourself a sturdy surface to rest your drink on. A hammer is more than just a smashing tool. The back of this tool can actually hold a nail for you. No more risking your fingers or giving yourself a thumbectomy. Just slide it into the claw and bam, you're ready to nail it. Want to know the saucy way to pick up a sizzling lid? Ditch those boring oven mitts and grab yourself a pair of tongs. But wait, don't just go in head first. Use the middle. Trust me, it's hot and it's effective. Care to find out how to keep your dressing gown from slipping and sliding all over the place? Got you covered. Instead of going through all the loops, just place the cord through the front ones. You don't even need it to be wrapped around you. All the business will be in the front. Tie that cord up nice and tight, and you'll be strutting around in no time. Bet you didn't know the right way to light a multi-wick candle. You'll never hurt the tips of your fingers again. Truth is, you don't light them one by one. Just light the first one. Then angle the candle in the right position so it lights up the other ones too. So, apparently, we've all been using deodorant wrong. Who knew? You're supposed to lather that stuff on before going to bed. That's because our underarms are supposed to soak it in overnight for maximum effectiveness. I'm here to save you from the USB struggle bus. You know that symbol on the cord? Yeah, it's not just there for decoration. Align the seam with the opposite edge of the tongue, and voila! You're in business. No more flipping it upside down and sideways like a crazy person. Thank me later. Hey buddy, looks like you had some fun in the great outdoors. As adorable as those paw prints look, your mama still needs to clean them. Spreading soda over the carpet and then vacuuming it works like magic for such cases. Artistic people can be messy sometimes. No judgment here. I know it's all part of the creative process. But this hack will actually help save time from cleaning only to paint more. I think that's more than enough laundry detergent. Yep, she agrees with me. There's a way to make sure he uses the right amount next time. Just put the ice tray in the freezer and you'll have yourself jelly detergent cubes. Hey, this'll save you money too, you know. Cleaning your brushes is such a bore. It's definitely something that tests one's patience. This shaving foam hack will save you a lot of time. I feel like that amount of hair will clog the sink though. Remember what parents always say, wash your hands before eating something. But looks like that's not an easy task with those melted soap bars. A couple of rubber bands will help you save your soap. It won't be touching water all the time, and therefore, it'll last longer. Oh man, I hate it when bottles get all dirty inside. If you're not Mr. Fantastic with the ability to stretch your body into any shape, then this looks like an impossible task. Hey, wait, maybe I was looking at it the wrong way. Magneto's powers will work perfectly fine here. I feel like you'll need a stronger magnet, however. Wow, this bottle looks brand new now! Don't you just hate that cooking and cleaning takes forever, but eating the dish you made takes like 15 minutes? Guess that guy leaves all the hard work to the lady. Don't worry, miss, there's a way you can avoid this disaster. Just cover the surfaces with stretch film, and that's it! Now you don't need to get anxious about all the cleaning you'll have to do later. Hope this won't cause you to be late for your work. Because how are you going to explain this to your boss? You can't just say, I had to wait for the stinky odor to go away. It's always a real struggle to get the corners, am I right? But it's nothing a couple of straws can't fix. No dust left behind is the motto. You can firmly clean all the nooks and crannies that the regular vacuum head can't get to. If you're a jar collector like I am, then you already got everything you'll need for this hack. This is what being smart looks like, everyone. By the way, looks like you've been postponing doing the dishes for a while now, huh? Don't worry, no judgments. We've all been there. Those toothbrushes were basically swimming in there. But the glass filling up with water is inevitable, really. However, Orbeez balls can make the process a lot slower. Somebody needs to replace the paper towel. But don't head to the store just yet. I suggest you ditch paper towels altogether and go for this reusable option. You'll be saving a lot of bucks. Thank me later. Whoa, have you been collecting dirty makeup sponges or what? Don't use them until they're all clean, otherwise I'm pretty sure they'll give you pimples. Looks like this is gonna take a while. But the satisfaction you'll get once you see them all clean will be worth it. These kind of look like Easter eggs to me. By the way, do you really need that many sponges to do your makeup? It's all fun and games until someone spills all the glitter on the floor. Worry not, we got you. Hey, good to see you recycling. No, you don't need a bigger bin, trust me. All you need is to know this one hack. And let's get this one thing straight. I know this is science, but it sure feels like magic. Honey, I shrunk the trash. Look at the difference here. It's a relief to see you don't have a pile of dirty dishes like the lady before. But how are you going to explain that sink? Seems like you've been ignoring it for quite some time now. That's why you need something strong to scrub there. But I have a better solution, one that won't tire you. Just apply a coat of dish soap and soda mixture all around the sink and wait. I wouldn't believe how it works wonders if I didn't see it with my own eyes. You're gonna hurt your back and knees cleaning like this. You know, robot vacuum cleaners don't need coffee breaks, right? So put that thing to work. In the meantime, you can just relax and maybe even start reading the book you bought 6 months ago. No matter how many times you clean the stove, it always gets dirty at the end of the day, right? Well, not anymore. Hey, I think I'm gonna give this a try using glitter glue. It'll help make things more fun. You should have bought a trash bin with a lid. To avoid the awful stench, you know? Although this hack won't make the trash smell good or anything, it will at least help keep your bin fresh and nice. I know this is not a food hacks video, but that doesn't stop me from wanting some snacks now. Even if you're too old to play with slimes, it might be a good idea to keep one at home for stuff like this. If I were you, I would still disinfect that with antibacterial wipes or something, just in case. Hey, it's her turn to pick the movie now. Uh-oh, someone's forgotten to add laundry powder to the shopping list. That's okay, you can still make your own with everyday things, such as baking soda and a soap bar. This lady is one of the lucky ones because she has a dishwasher. Placing a piece of lemon, even one that's been juiced, will help freshen the load and leave your dishes looking shinier. This is why I never wear white socks if I'm going to visit someone else's house. Because I don't really want to see how dirty their floors might be, you know? Using bleach for situations like this may help, but it might also ruin your garments. That's why this hack is the better option to make white clothes look great again. You might want to clean the microwave after you're done, though. This phone case looks like it's been through some tough stuff. Let's give it the second chance it deserves. All you need to do is apply WD-40 spray, pour some soda, and rinse it out. By the way, if you have sensitive skin, you might want to wear protective gloves to avoid irritation. Better safe than sorry. Cleaning stubborn stains on a glass stovetop can be tricky. There's always the risk of causing scratches on the surface. That's why any type of scrubbing or scraping action is not advised. Did you know that according to one poll, an average person spends more than 6 days a year washing dishes? Then there's all the other cleaning stuff that needs to be done. But knowing the right hacks will save you a lot of time and make your life so much easier. Wow, your shoes are definitely cleaner than this house. Who knew shoelaces would work like a charm when it comes to getting rid of all the dust and rust? Is it time to go to bed yet, or are you tired of all the work you've done around the house? I was being sarcastic. Your partner did all the work. So saving her toothbrush is the least you can do. If you see someone putting ketchup on some car, it doesn't mean you're witnessing them preparing a prank. It means they're just taking care of their car. Yup, it goes great with hamburgers and hot dogs, but it goes even better with cars since it has ingredients that are good at removing rust. Rust occurs when the metal gets exposed to moisture, oxygen, and heat, and due to weather conditions, it's hard to avoid it. When you leave rust for a longer time and don't deal with it, it will continue to degrade the metal. So, you need to get rid of it before your car becomes physically useless. That's when ketchup comes in. Its key ingredient is tomatoes, and they have many nutrients similar to those you can find in oranges and some other citrus fruits. For instance, citric acid can help you remove rust from metal surfaces since it eats through rust. We're not talking about the cars only. You can use it on metallic kitchenwares, furniture parts, jewelry, and rust spots on generally any metallic item. You can combine it with washing soda. It's not quite effective against rust, but when you combine it with ketchup, it'll do the work. Mix these two and apply them to the rusted area. Leave it like that for about half an hour and wash it with a wet cloth or sponge. You can combine ketchup with salt instead, or just apply a lot of it on the rusty area without using any additional ingredients. Ketchup removes tarnish from brass copper too. Put it on brass hardware on doors and cabinets, or some accessories such as bowls and candlesticks for 10 minutes to make it all shine. And also, you don't put it on meat just because of taste. Ketchup breaks down its fibers, which means it makes it more tender. If you've left a pot on the stove and your food burned, once again, take ketchup. Its acids will ease all the scrubbing and help you with grease. Just leave it over the night and you'll be able to wash the pot more easily. Or keep those small packages of ketchup we all end up having from fast food orders in the freezer. The ketchup won't be as hard as an ice cube as it freezes. So, it will be good for soothing insect bites or similar things. Okay, enough with ketchup already. I'm getting hungry. Your home has more regular things that can do magic tricks. Like if you have a house or a big terrace and want to make a nice flower wall. Try old mattress springs. Just hang them on the wall and let your imagination run wild with flowers. An old flower sifter can still come in handy. For example, as a planter. Even if you don't have one, you might find it at a garage sale or a thrift store. Wallpaper is making its big comeback when it comes to home design. Maybe you can try something different and use some old books with torn pages. You just need to learn the basics of hanging wallpaper, and voila! You get a new cool place for your old books. There's a solution for the remains of an old book. Don't worry. You can have blocks where you'll keep your kitchen knives. It's pretty original, don't you think? Cleaning blinds can be frustrating, but the next time you do it, try doing it with a sock over your hand. Hands are kind of perfectly shaped for getting all those nooks and crannies on the blinds, and the sock will do the rest. Here's something you wouldn't expect. Ice cubes can help you remove gum from carpet, clothing, and hair. Just put your clothes in the sink and add ice cubes. Leave it like that for a while. Ice will freeze the gum, so you can chip it away more easily. If the gum got stuck on the carpet, Leave ice cubes right in the critical spot and remove the gum with a butter knife. It's a little bit harder to remove it from hair though, but still possible. Just wrap the ice and parts of your hair with the gum in a washcloth until the gum gets frozen. When you get there, you should be able to break apart the gum and free your hair using your fingers. Or next time you have to deal with a splinter, just take one ice cube to numb that area before you even start doing anything. Vacuuming can't suck all that dust out of your cushions, but a tennis racket can. It's a tool firm enough to beat the dust, but at the same time, it has holes where dust can go through. If you have some old CD spindles you don't use anymore, bring one of them back to life, this time as a bagel tote. It doesn't take up a lot of space in your backpack, plus you can close it so your bagel doesn't fall apart. It doesn't look like that at first, but there's a lot you can do with a tennis ball too. For example, use it as a bottle opener for twist-off bottle caps or maybe sticky jar lids. Cut along the seam of a ball so you'll have a tool coated with rubber on the inside. It gives a great grip. And it doesn't stop here for tennis balls. You can cap your chair legs to protect your floor. You can leave some in a pool if you have one too. Pools quickly become very dirty if you're using them frequently. And tennis balls can absorb some of the oil coming from the people and the rest of the goop that floats on the surface. Another frustrating task is removing floor scuff marks. Yup, a tennis ball once again. Just place it on a stick. It works like an eraser. It can also be a great tool for massage. You can try with your back. Lie down on the ball on the floor and place the tennis ball on the spots where you feel the most pressure. Or maybe put it against the wall and massage stiff parts. Or something I need, a tennis ball as a holder where I can keep my reminders. Just cut a slit into its side and place your message inside. It can be a cool gift too. Or add a small metal or wooden piece so you have a key holder too. Bread tabs can be great for labeling cords and never getting lost down there with your power strip. Plastic bread tabs are sturdy, and there's enough room on them to write what the cable is for and easily clip it around the end of a cord. Plus, they come in different colors, so you'll easily recognize them and know which electrical device you can turn off. You don't have to immediately throw away an empty milk jug. Just take sharp scissors and cut off its top. Then, clean up the cut so you're sure there are no sharp edges. Now, you have a new scoop for potting soil, food for your dog, or whatever you need it for. A bobby pin is a great nail holder. You can easily get distracted and hammer a finger when working with tiny nails. So it would be better to go with a common bobby pin to keep your fingers at a safe distance. If you don't have enough space for your cookbook while preparing a meal, take a pants hanger and attach your recipes there. Also, if you have a broken pants hanger, you don't need to throw it away, or at least not all the pieces. You can remove clips and use them for pasta or some other open packs in your kitchen. Don't throw away an empty ketchup bottle. You can use it for a pancake mix so it doesn't get too messy when you're preparing this delicious breakfast. It can get tricky to carry your stuff at the beach, so take an old lotion bottle and clean it out so you can put your money, phone, and keys inside. Less chance someone will take any of this stuff even if they manage to take a peek inside your bag.
Even when you listen to the instructions and create a strong password for any of your online accounts, you're still not entirely safe from hackers. They always come up with new ways to crack what you think might finally be a good and secure password. For example, there's a password manager tool that has taken a look at more than 60 million passwords from data breaches. It turns out the majority of people choose passwords that aren't that unique. I love you, Ferrari, and password 1234 are some of the most popular ones, together with Star Wars. For hackers, these are really not difficult to guess. Plus, they have special tools that help them with cracking passwords. For example, One takes a list of dictionary words and then uses them to find out passwords. With this tool, you can try millions of words in a pretty short time. It's able to do some sneaky things too, such as replacing an E with 3 or an A with an @ sign. This tool also noticed that there were a lot of people who believed they were unique and creative with their passwords because they used a tactic we call password walking. It's when your fingers walk across the keyboard and you create a password using keys that are next to each other. For example, QWERTY or ASDFG. It may seem meaningless enough to be safe, but you're not the only one who's thought of it. And hackers know it. They can upload basically any number of different variations into some of their tools to test them out. So it's just a matter of time before they find out what your password is. Here's a big no-no: using the same password for multiple websites. Hackers love when you do that, because once they figure out one password, they can use it to access all your other accounts too. Let's say your base password is Porsche. Then you add a few numbers and symbols to the end to create a unique password for each site you use, like Porsche 3%5% for Facebook, or Porsche $5.7 for Twitter. Most of us use the same principle at some point. The thing is that hackers are not going for your bank account or work VPN first, even though one of the main goals is to get there. They'll use their special tools to try out lots and lots of different usernames and passwords on websites that might not have the best security, such as an online forum you often visit, or maybe an e-commerce site where you've had some shopping lately. All they have to do is try different variations of your base password, like Porsche 1 or Porsche 123, and sooner or later, they'll crack the code and gain access to all your accounts. And if they get lucky and guess your login info for one of those sites, they can then use that info to try and access more important sites. And we're not talking about some genius hackers here. They use simple tricks, like checking your social media profiles. If you've ever mentioned your dog's name or your kid's birth date on Facebook, for example, a hacker could use that info to guess your passwords. So Chappie123 is out. So what's the solution here? First, stop trying to come up with some unique passwords based on things in your life. Instead, use a password manager to generate strong, random passwords for all your accounts. And make sure those passwords are long and include a variety of characters, not just lowercase letters. Plus, it's much safer to create unique, random passwords for each site you use. That way, even if a hacker does manage to crack one of your passwords, they won't be able to access all your other accounts as well. And you won't have to remember all those crazy passwords yourself. The password manager will do it for you. Also, it's better to have a long password. The tools hackers use crack shorter passwords with lowercase letters way faster. If you add only one asterisk and one capital letter, it will change the processing time for, let's say, a password with 8 characters from 2.4 days to 2.1 centuries. Here's another scam they use to get your password. Let's say you're playing a game of Capture the Flag, and the other team manages to break into your fort and steal your flag. They now know exactly where your fort is and how to get in. That's basically what hackers do in data breaches. They break into a company's fort, their database, and steal all the sensitive information they can find, like your passwords, credit card details, and even your social security number. Then, they sell this information to other bad guys on the darknet, who can use it to pretend to be you and steal your money or even your identity. Stay up to date on news of data breaches and change your passwords immediately if one of your accounts was affected. And if you receive an email about a data breach, don't respond to it. Instead, visit the company's website or call their official customer support number to verify the situation. Phishing is when these thieves send you fake emails that look like they're from important people or companies, like the president or your bank. They might even ask you to click on a link that takes you to a fake website that looks real, but it's actually a trap. If you fall for their tricks and give them your password or personal information, they can use it to sneak into your computer and steal more stuff. Yikes! Don't reply to strange messages or click on weird links. If you're not sure if an email is real or fake, do some detective work and contact the sender directly through their official website. And remember, never ever give away your personal information to anyone, even if they claim to be your long-lost cousin or a famous celebrity. Have you ever gotten an email that says something like, "Reset your password now," but you don't remember asking for it? Yep, hackers once again. They send you fake emails that look like they're from a website you use, like Facebook or Amazon. They'll say something like, "Your account has been hacked. Reset your password now to be safe." But if you click on the link they provide, it'll take you to a fake website that looks real, and hackers will be able to see any information you put in there. So, if something in your email seems weird, it's probably a scam. Check for signs of fraud, like spelling mistakes or strange designs, and always make sure to check the sender's email address to see if it matches the website they're claiming to be from. If hackers manage to get your passwords, they can cause serious issues to your reputation, finances, and other things related to your online identity. That means access to your social media accounts, email, personal identifiable information, and more. Let's play detective and spot the signs of a hacked password. First, if your password suddenly stops working, it might mean a hacker has changed it. So if you're locked out of your account for no reason, it's time to investigate. Next, if your computer starts acting slow and sluggish, it could be a sign that it's been infected with password-stealing malware. Another thing to watch out for is finding your personal information on the dark web. That's like the sketchy black market of the internet where hackers sell stolen data. If you see your info for sale there, it's time to take action. Have you ever heard of ransomware? It's a type of malware that locks you out of your own computer and demands money if you want to regain control. Yikes! In Costa Rica, hackers even attacked local authorities with this nasty stuff. Last but not least, if your friends or family start receiving strange messages from you online, it's a red flag that someone else might be using your accounts. So if your BFF gets a message from you about buying a Nigerian prince's yacht, it's probably time to change your passwords ASAP.